Gemima Dark, and the Arcanatorium. By Princess Indigo. Chapter 1. The Institute of the Lost. "She's been away far too long, no one will take her," said Millicent of the Damned, putting the phone down with considerable dismay, her long black hair pulled back in a tight bun, accentuating her expression. "Did you not explain the reason for her extended absence?" queried Rubella Curtsy, slightly put out by this turn of events. "No explanation or excuses were required about the stillborn little wretch," answered Millicent sharply, bringing the topic to a close. "Then it is the Arcanatorium for her, no one else will take her," said Rubella, with a certain amount of regret. "It's all she is good for, the half-dead jaundiced little bitch," said Millicent scornfully, as she adjusted her all-encompassing tweed ensemble. "That's harsh, even for you, Director," chided Rubella Curtsy, on the other side of the wood-paneled office, from behind the antiquarian's stuffed leopard. "It is because I do not have a heart, Rubella. You of all people should know that," said an unrepentant Millicent, looking out of her office window at the brooding sky. "I have not forgotten how you tore out mine and dashed it to smithereens for forming even the slightest attachment to you," Rubella recalled with a slight note of admiration. "I'd do it again, and wipe my riding boots on your soul," said Millicent, turning from the window, causing Rubella to bite her lip at the very thought. "Shall I ring the Arcanatorium later and set things in motion, cruel Millicent?" asked Rubella through a haze of perverse illicit daydreams of pain, heartache and despair. "You'll do it right this instant," instructed Millicent, crossing the room and shoving Rubella to the carpet for being caught surreptitiously grinding her hips against the palm of her hand for the 13th time that day. "Be sure to keep your hands above your waist when you are alone in my office, for I have other hearts to break elsewhere," said Millicent of the Damned, reproachfully. Seconds later, the director swept dramatically out of her office, and Rubella shed a little tear as she rose from the carpet. Smoothing down her long black satin-pleated skirt, perhaps a little too diligently, but sadly there was no one there to reprimand her. Instead she contented herself with feelings of shame and futile longing, as she picked up the old Bakelite telephone and put her finger, quite slowly and tenderly, in the rotary dial. "This is Demi-Director Curtsy, from the Institute of the Lost. I'm calling on behalf of the orphaned young woman, Gemima Dark. Millicent is willing to grant that favor you requested," said Rubella, in her best official voice as the call connected. "Good day, Demi-Director, I've been expecting your call. Wonderful news. Yes, we'll certainly take her. A space shall be made available even if I have to wring a few necks personally myself," replied the curator of the Arcanatorium with a great deal of relish. You have been listening to Gemima Dark and the Arcanatorium by Princess Indigo. Read by Treacle81. The closing music is Marionette by Felix Arndt. From the Free Music Archive. Thank you so much for listening to our strange little story. Have a very lovely day and come back soon. Lots of love, Treacle.